Hi team! This will be a low energy workout. It is designed in particular for people like me who have some kind of chronic fatigue condition. So we're going to take it real slow while we strengthen our muscles. We're going to start off by just moving around a little bit. I'm going to put a timer of a minute. So starting now, just wiggling the body, okay? Bringing a little warmth all over. I'm shaking out my arms. I'm rolling my head. You can start bouncing your legs. Bumping the shoulders. I'm going to kick my legs a little bit. Blah. You can wiggle out your mouth too. Make some weird sounds. Blah. So just getting some warmth, some movement, looseness into everything. Oof. Any position you want to take. Just bringing some loose, free movement. We got more time on it. I can already feel some warmth spreading through my body. I'm gonna wiggle my ankles a little bit. Shake out the hands. And that's time. Now we're gonna take a minute of rest or stillness. So our minute has started now, and you can be in whatever position feels good for you. Sitting, lying down, maybe stretching. And I'm going to invite you to bring your attention to your body and notice the sensation that was created by that movement that we just did. So there's warmth all over the body. There's just a little stimulation, a little blood flow. Your breath might be moving a little more quickly. Your heart rate might be a little elevated. And during these last moments of our minute of rest, I'll invite you also to notice why you're here, just what your purpose is. And when you ask yourself that question, if nothing immediately comes up, then I'll offer one to you that you can take if you like it, which is that you're here to treat yourself kindly, to treat your body kindly, take a little bit of time to do something kind for yourself. All right? Okay, we're going to get into some of our strengthening movements, and we'll do that by starting on our back. So hopefully you have a soft place on the floor. We'll lie all the way back. I'll scooch, but I do want to make sure you guys can hear me, so excuse my microphone. All good. Okay. We're going to make this a stretch as well. So lying all the way back, fully extend your arms and legs. Start off with just stretching your body out from your fingertips to your toes. Feel yourself grow long. And we'll start with a Pilates roll-up. The gentle version of this one will be just a light sit-up. You can have your knees bent. Your hands are behind your head, and you just give a small crunch and lower back down. All right, that's the gentle version. If that's enough strengthening for you, you stick with that. Otherwise, you're welcome to follow me for a minute, starting now. So remember, you're either doing this, you can go ahead and start, just a small crunch and lower back down, and you can stick there, or you can follow me, lifting my arms first, and the rest of my body follows. And a full gentle movement up until I reach to my toes. Slide all the way back down. My hands keep contact with my legs. And the last thing to go is my arms. So it's a very slow movement. Slow and controlled. I'm gonna suggest to me and to you and to everyone to have grace and acceptance for where we are with our bodies right now. So if you're just doing that gentle sit up, and it's rest time, so we're gonna pause for a minute. I'll pick up what I was saying, but I'm gonna offer you a stretch for this minute. So you can go into a child's pose if you want. So my butt is over my ankles, and you just stretch forward. Okay? And you can hang out there if that feels good to you. And just to continue my thought, bringing grace and acceptance to where we are with our bodies today. If your body doesn't do a full sit-up the way I was doing, I'm just going to suggest that you celebrate that. You celebrate where you are with your body and the fact that you're here taking care of yourself and strengthening your muscles. And I hope that you can love where you're at today. And even if you don't love it, I know some of us might be sick. Bring some softness, some gentleness, care, forgiveness to where we are with our bodies, even if it's not something that we're able to love right now or enjoy. That's a minute. So if you've been hanging on child's pose, you're welcome to go back to lying on our backs where we were. And we're gonna start by lifting our feet in the air, okay? And I'm gonna shift around a bit so you can see what we're doing. That's my butt. Hey. Okay. We're gonna be opening our legs. This is not the best angle. I'm working with it, all right? Up. Up. That's better. Okay. So shoulders are on the ground, feet are in the air, and we're just gonna kick our feet together. This is a fun angle. I feel like now I'm doing a little comedy video. All right. So we're doing that for a minute, starting now. So you just kick your toes together. Sorry, I'm just laughing at what I look like in the video. Okay, so we're just kicking our legs together. You can bring it wider and in, wide and in. And we're activating these inner thigh muscles. If you want to increase the intensity a little bit, you don't have to. Just if you want to, you can lift your shoulders off the floor. And rest your head in your hands. You can take your attention to your breathing. Remember to relax your jaw muscles, relax your neck, relax your face. So we're not bringing tension to parts of the body that we're not using right now. We're only bringing that tension into the muscles we're activating. And rest. Okay. So for this rest minute, which starts now, you do whatever you want. You can lie down, you can close your eyes, you can meditate, you can sleep for 30 seconds, or you can stretch. I had my neck lifted for that last one, my shoulders lifted rather, so my neck just got a little bit tight, and I'm just gonna roll it around. If you're following me, pretend you have no neck. So just completely release the muscles in the neck. No neck, you have no neck. Now you're welcome to follow me as well. I'm gonna take up. I'll do that during our next minute of rest. Okay, so for this next move, we're gonna go on to our side. I'll start like this. Yeah. We're gonna do this full extension. So we're lying all the way down, and you can feel the stretch from the tips of your fingers all the way to the tips of your toes. We're going to take our top arm and we're going to do this side crunch. Just a little bit, as much as we can, and then lower back down. Alright? So if you barely lift, that's just your starting point, and that's totally cool. And if that's your ending point, also totally cool. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for a minute, starting now. This full stretch, head is rested on your lower arm. Bring the inside arm in, and lift a little bit, peek at your toes, and lower back down. So all of these moves are strengthening. Regardless if you're doing a gentler version or a more intense version, you're activating your muscles. And if you come back to these moves consistently, your body will get stronger. If you would like to, you can join me by lifting up a little bit and bringing our knees in. If you don't want to do that, you don't do that, okay? So bring the arm over and the knees come up to my chest and lower down. I'm counting on you to know your body's limits and take care of yourself. Alright, that's a minute, so we can rest. I am feeling a little bit tired myself, so I am just going to rest this one out. So I'll talk to you in about a minute. Feel free to close your eyes, stretch, do whatever feels good. Alright team, we're back. We're going to stay on that side, still all the way down on the ground with your head resting on your arm. We're going to bring our knees into about a right angle, and we're just going to do a clamshell, alright? For a minute starting now. And by the way, this is a pretty targeted strengthening move, and 60 seconds can be a very long time. Actually, for all of these moves, a minute can be a lot, and you have my blessing. You're totally welcome to stop early. You can jump back in or not. I try to make these workouts easy to regulate to fit exactly where you're at. And I hope that you will do that and not push yourself beyond your limits. I would also suggest to you that if at any point in these exercises your muscles start burning, just stop and rest for a minute. I'm gonna invite us into a stretch. Alright. So my legs are out. I'm gonna lift one knee in. I'll take it to the other side. My foot is still straight. And I'm gonna turn towards the inside knee. And I'm not twisting my back. I'm actually turning my shoulders and trying to keep a straight back. And just pull that, wrap your arm around your lifted knee, and you just get that stretch through the hip. I I was gonna pick up where I stopped talking, but I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Probably just the same old about honoring your limits. Blah, blah, blah. I have a cat that would like to visit us. Come on in, folk. You hold that stretch. And that's time. Boop, boop. Okay, we're gonna flip to the other side. And we got that full stretch. So my arms are fully extended, my toes are fully extended, and we're going back to that move we did a minute ago where I'm lifting one arm and just doing this small side crunch. Okay? For a minute, starting now. Feel the body be long, lift the top arm and just follow it, peek at your toes, and lower back down. Oh, I was saying if your muscles start burning, please just stop, otherwise you'll be sore tomorrow. There's no need to really exaggerate any of this. Hey, poof. If you want to follow me to a more intense version, this time you bring your knees up, pull them in, and stretch all the way back. If you are following me with that one, notice that I'm not really putting any weight on this arm. I'm just barely stabilizing myself. That's time, but I'm going to do one more because I want to. And rest. By now, I imagine your body is feeling warm. There might be a heavy feeling through the body. And you can take this time to just sink into the floor or sink into a stretch if that's what you're doing. You can slow down your breathing. Alright, we're back and we're going to do that clamshell. So we're lying all the way down on our arm. The knees come into about a right angle, and for a minute we're just opening and closing the hip. Our minute starts now. Okay? This is a very targeted move right to these tiny little muscles in the hip. And there's not a lot of cross training with some of these moves like this one. So even if you're otherwise athletic, this might be pretty tough to do at first. So just take it easy. Like I said, if your muscles start burning, give it a rest. Don't forget that you can stop early. This is your time. And that's a minute. So we've got our minute of rest, or maybe I should call it a minute of free time. I'm not sure. regardless, I'll offer you this stretch again. So our legs go forward. This time with the opposite leg, the knee comes up. My foot is still straight, I just bring it to the other side. And keeping my back more or less straight, I turn my shoulders, wrap that arm around the knee, and gently pull so there's a stretch through the outside of the hip. For me personally, because I have problems with my energy, I'm recovering from brain damage that happened 2 years ago, and my energy is very fleeting. I just get tired very quickly, so having all of these moves punctuated with rest is really important for me too, so that I can get a little bit of exercise into my day without exhausting myself. So if that speaks to you, that's a minute. And that sounds a little bit similar to your situation, then we'll keep calling those minutes of rest instead of free time, so you can make sure you actually rest. Since we're in this position, it would feel good for me to do a little butterfly stretch. So just drop your knees as far as they go. They might go to here. That's cool. Mine just go down. And you can, wherever you're at, just lean forward a little bit. Alright, we're gonna do just a couple more moves. I like the bird dog, so we're gonna do the bird dog. This time we're on all fours. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips. And I'm gonna lift my opposite leg and my opposite arm and hold like that. Alright, so that's for a minute. Up. And our minute starts now. Opposite leg, opposite arm lifts. Your spine stays long. I'm not sinking into my joints, but lifting away from the floor with my muscles. You're facing the floor. You can shake your head a little bit to remind yourself to leave your neck muscles and your jaw muscles relaxed. If you're wobbling all over the place, that's perfectly normal. You can always take a break and lift again. This move activates so many core muscles, as well as our butt, our legs, our arms. So it's relying on a lot. So that if it's difficult the first few times, that makes sense. Remember, you can bow out early. I don't want you to exhaust yourself. And rest. So you can lie down if you want. I'm just going to shake my hips around a little bit. So that bird dog gets into lower back muscles and can just loosen up. I get a bit more of a turn with my feet up like this, but you can have your feet down and just turn your hips. Wiggle your hips back and forth. Now keep on doing that if you want to. I'm going to go into a child's pose, so I'm just sinking back onto my ankles. Stretch my arms forward, and I'm going to put my head down. Alright, we're ready for the other side. So just the opposite leg comes out and the opposite arm lifts. And our minute starts now. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Pulling your body long from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. The spine is long. You can also imagine a string pulling from your tailbone to the top of your head. Everything's nice and long. Pushing away, lifting away from the floor. With our muscles, everything's activated. La la la. And if you like, you can just shake your neck out a little bit to remind yourself to stay loose up there. Feel free to bow out early and get some extra rest. And that's time. Alright, we've got a minute of rest. I'm gonna shake out my wrists a bit. Guess where my cat is? He's right here. Oh, not visible. Foo-foo. Yeah. Shaking out the wrists. Up. Whatever. I'm gonna do a little bit of that butt wiggle as well. So on all fours, just hips back and forth. I'm going to finish in that child's pose. Now that's time, but I'm going to suggest we spend 1 minute just in child's pose. And that minute starts now. So you can put your head down and bring your attention into your body, your breathing, your heartbeat, and just feel your body for a minute. Alright folks, that's time. We have concluded our little workout. I'm just gonna lead you through one more thing, so just to settle back into the feeling of rest, and maybe also to help our workout go full circle. I'm just gonna invite you to shake your body out again, just like we did at the beginning. So wiggle your head around, your neck, your arms. You can bring your lower body in. Just kick it around. You can wiggle your everything. Do some circles with your wrists and your ankles. From this butterfly sit, I'm just gonna lift my knees a little bit. Shake it around and get creative. All right. We're going to finish with 3 deep breaths. We're going to breathe in and exhale audibly with a sigh, okay? So our first one, breathe in deeply and let it out with a sigh. Again. One more time. Thank you so much for being here. I've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are experiencing a health difficulty, I believe in you. I believe in your body's ability to heal. Good luck. Like, I know that you can do this. I know that it's hard sometimes, but I believe in you. Alright. Bye-bye.